Happy Monday, class. How are we doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. Um, we're getting ready to start our week two of the last phase of distance learning. As you all know, we are in May, which makes this the last month of school. We're counting down the days. May 29th is our last day, and we will be completely done with seventh grade. How cool is that? So this week we're going to be working on the assignment that's going to conclude our seventh grade assignments, which is our big final, which is this performance task. All right. As you can see, this is a picture of me when I went to Disneyland. I had so much fun. When we were in high school and in middle school, it was the in thing to do a jumping picture. I don't know if you guys do that anymore, but this was me doing reenacting a jumping picture, which is one of the things I like to do. All right, so today's Do Now assignment is going to be in Google Classroom, obviously in the Answers tab. Today's topic is going to be about it takes a village to raise children. Who is a part of your village? Who helps raise you? Who helped you be a better person that you are today? As you can see, well, as you know, yesterday was Mother's Day, and everyone has different family makeups. People have different backgrounds in family makeups, whether you're raised by your grandparents, your grandmother, your grandfather, your dad, your aunts, your uncles. Maybe you have two dads, maybe you have two moms. Everyone has their own family makeup, which is super amazing. So instead of saying shout out to our mothers, we want to just talk about our village. You can talk about your mother if you want to talk about your mother, but remember that everyone has different family makeups, and some people's mother may have passed away, different things like that. So when I say a village, I mean the people that help raise you, the grown-ups that help you be who you are today, whether it's your big siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, um, close friends of the family, your Nina, you know, uh, your godparents. Those are your village. I posted these three pictures of me and my mom. I'll start from left to right. In the picture in the left, at the bottom here with us in our hoods, we were representing Trayvon Martin. I think I talked to you guys about Trayvon Martin when we were reading Dear Martin. We were talking about how he was wrongfully shot down walking in the neighborhood by a man named George Zimmerman. And we all wore our hoods that day. And I think it was 2012. We all wore our hoods that day to represent the, you know, the struggle, the sadness that had taken place. And it just brings me back to what was in the media recently this week as it pertained to um, Mr. Arbery, Ahmaud Arbery. So we we did that for Trayvon Martin. So that's us in our hoods. And then the middle picture is me as a baby. I don't know how old I was in this picture or how many months I was. This is me and my mother. It's one of my favorite pictures of my mother and I because I was so young and she was so young. And, my mother's a young parent. So just seeing her with me, that always lights me up. And then me and my mom here when she graduated from her college program. She went to a college called Carrington College in the Bay Area, and she got her certificate in um, I forgot medical billing. So that's all. That's the three special pictures of me and my mom. I'm so grateful for my mom in my life because she has helped me, has groomed me to be who I am today, and she's always given me ideas to help teach you guys and help push you guys too. So I appreciate my mom. And as I mentioned, village. I mean, my mother is not the only one that raised me. I think I had told you guys before that my father wasn't in my life. I was raised by a single mom, and but I had a village that raised me. I had my mom, I had my grandmother, I had my aunts, I had my uncles, my cousins. That helped raise me and helped me be the person I am today. So this is a special shout out to our village this week. So our do now topic for the week is going to be talking about our village. Now, please write in Google Answers because I respond to each and every one of you. All right, let's go on. So one thing I want to make a quick announcement. I know a lot of us are having issues here. So what I want you to do is I'm going to acknowledge our teacher here from YouTube. She is teaching us how to turn in our assignments to Google Classroom because a lot of us are still having issues. I will also insert this video within our file for Google Classroom this week so you guys are able to see it. Correct. So listen. So as you know, when I assign something to Google Classroom and you open up the Google Doc, you are to click that document, open up that particular document. So you click it, you open it as a Google Doc. So at the top, it'll usually say open. You open it as a Google Doc so that way you can do the work there and be able to turn it in. This week, I'm not doing Google Sheets at all. I'm going to give you the Google Doc. Okay. So that's true. I believe some of you guys did ask me questions in the comments. Some of you guys who really know how to do this, you guys were asking me questions like, Mister, I don't understand this. Mister, I'm a little confused. Please do that, and I write back to you. Some of you guys have been turning in assignments that are not completed. Please don't do that. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of mine with grading. So please make sure you complete the worksheet before you click turn in. If you have no intentions on turning it in, just do not click that button. Now, to add on to that, when you click done and it shows me done, I am going to give you the credit for it. Okay, so I do give you a 10 out of 10 so you can see that it has been completed, but all grades are actually inserted into Power School. Okay, so do not look for a completed grade on Google Classroom. Why? Because that's all of our grades together. So you'll have one big mashed up grade of ELA, history, math, and science. So just look at Power School to see your specific grade for ELA. Shout out to this teacher. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so let's go over some timeline for our writing because we are going to be writing our final essay now. So our timeline is as such. Our outline is going to be done today, but it's not due until the 18th of next Monday. So do not worry about finishing it super fast. We're just going to finish it by the 18th. The rough draft is going to be written on the 18th, but will be due on the 20th. This is our last poetry week, okay? Because next week we're going to be working on our writing. So the rough draft is going to be due on Monday, but the rough draft is going to be written on Monday, but the rough draft will be due on that Wednesday. Then you'll write your final draft, and your final draft will be due on the 25th for your final seventh grade grade. Now, if you have any questions about turning in extra work, old work, work that you're confused about, work you're unsure about, you can always turn those assignments in. But be sure that you are following this timeline. If you need extra time, you can always email me with your parent, and we can figure out a way to give you some extra time on this assignment. But this is your final. Okay, so this is really important. You want to make sure that you do everything properly. All right. So as we are writing our essay, last week you guys kind of outlined and wrote some ideas and answered those questions as you were comparing both texts. You're going to still use that paper. So please keep that paper open because that's going to help you with your essay outline. For example, last week when I did mine, I compared two stories together. I think I did mother daughter and growing up. I'm not sure, but what I did was I could use both of those papers to help me with my outline because now I can pick one of these four topics. I can either pick a topic where I'm comparing and contrasting the themes of text, right? Use the typo, not or you, but comparing and contrasting the themes of the text, or I can analyze the author's craft and looking for symbolism, or I can write which book shows character development, or I can do which book resonates with me the most. So out of these four topics, I could choose any one of these to help me answer my essay, to create my essay. Okay. So let's take a look. These are the three things I want to do. We're going to outline, I'm going to give you some sentence starters, and then I'm going to show you my example. Okay. Those are the three steps we're about to do right now. Look at that cool picture of me and Miss Adiano at Disneyland. We had so much fun. All right, let's take a look. So I said outline first. Okay, so this is how your outline will look, and you'll see this in Google Docs. So even though I'm showing you on a Word document, you will see it on Google Docs, and that way you can easily fill it in. But as the directions say, as you prepare to write your best essay you can write, start this outline about two texts you've just read or that you've used. You are able to pick one topic you will like to focus on. Pay attention to the following topics, and those are the four. Then obviously you have your introduction. We've done things like this before. We've written essays before. You have your introduction. You have your thesis. You have paragraph one, where you're going to add your topic sentence and your cited piece of evidence. Paragraph two, your topic sentence and cited piece of evidence. Paragraph three, topic sentence and cited piece of evidence, and your conclusion. All right. What's next on our list? Sentence starters. I've also added some sentence starters here. Okay. So, for example, when you create your thesis, you can say both blank and blank show character development because blank, 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 right? I would say both the outsiders and Dear Marcus show character development because it shows how they've changed over time. It shows how they've dealt with being mistreated, and it shows the struggles of being a teenager. In each of those paragraphs, I could talk about that. And then obviously there's more sentence starters that goes with thesis, paragraph topic sentence starters. I could say the differences and the similarities between them are. Or if I use this first one, I could just say go by one of the examples of why both stories show character development. And then I use pieces of evidence. And then one thing we have to work on is introducing our quotes. And I noticed that when we were writing our essay for the social justice unit, a lot of us still struggle with introducing quotes. So we have to make sure we do that, okay? Now, Mr. McMillan's example. Now, if you've came to my office hours, you would know that I have spent a lot of time just really trying to map out how to do this performance task, how to really make it make sense, how to make it connect with you. And one thing I would say, I use The Outsiders and I use Dear Martin because I thought those were both really good examples to really show the juxtaposition between both stories. Okay, so let's take a look. If I were to do my example, obviously, like we've talked about before, first, I'm gonna pick which book shows more character development. I think that's the correct one to teach you guys. Okay. Highlight that so we can know that what we're working on. All right. And anytime I teach you guys how to outline, I always say we're not going to start with the introduction part. I think the introduction is pretty self-explanatory. I want to talk about the thesis first because the thesis pretty much leads us into creating our whole essay. So let's take a look here. Um, I want to use one of my sentence starters. I think one of the sentence starters will be useful. I will take the similarities. Oh, no, that's the paragraph. I'm gonna copy this because that's a good sentence starter I want to use. And I'll add that here. Ah, okay. And what I will do is I'll take this out and I'll go both the outsiders, or I could say, I don't have to say both, I can say the outsiders and here Martin show character development because it shows the struggle of being a teen, dealing with the pain of losing a friend, and being courageous. Right? I believe that all three of these stories cover each of these things, right? Each of these stories cover each of these things. So now my topic sentence will be the outsiders in Dear Martin show character development because it shows the struggle of being a teenager. Obviously, I'll get my books. I'll add my quote. I'll talk about maybe gang violence and the outsiders. And then maybe I'll talk about um, race wars in Dear Martin. Okay. And so I'll go on and on and on and on and on. I could my second body paragraph topic sentence. Obviously, we know we'll talk about dealing with pain of losing a friend and then being courageous. And then I'll use two quotes for each. And then at the end, I'll write in conclusion. And then I'll restate my thesis and my claims again. We know that I don't have to go over everything verbatim because I know you guys know this. In our introduction, what do we have? We have what? Our grabber, background, right? Why is this topic important? And it goes into our thesis, and all of this becomes our introduction paragraph, right? And then, as you know, the conclusion pretty much sums all of that up. All right? Any questions, please write in the comments or send me an email or a remind message. But I hope this helped you today. You have a great Monday.